record on this computer, because we are also joined by many, many people who don't speak German right now. So the English-speaking community, the Hungarian-speaking community, the Spanish-speaking community, and we will now increasingly hold update calls again and do this more frequently. Translate everything into different languages so that we can all stay connected at all times. So for today, in my opinion, today is a special day. Today for me, and with our team, with Enzo, with Carlos, today marks a pivotal moment. For us, this is like the starting signal. We are now at the point where we can scale everything with you and with other measures that we will also discuss here and today. And that's why I wanted to bring everyone together again. These Sunday update calls are extremely, extremely important. So if there are people who couldn't make it now, those you wanted to invite or already invited, please share this call with them. Okay, Carlos is here as well. I'll also give you the co-host role as co-host. Let me take a look around and see who's already here in the group. Hello, Thies. Hello, Peter. Hello, Klaus. Hello, Christian. Hello, Christian. Awesome, awesome. The way you're taking Instagram apart right now is just amazing. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Regina. Hello, Matthias. Awesome. If we can get 45 more people in, we'll do a little giveaway. So today, we're going to talk about topics through the app. We're going to go into the app together. I'll show you all the features, what we already have, what's coming soon, and how you can already start making money. I'm going to give you a calculation to take with you, showing what comes out if you just ToonPay a few people. And I think that's exactly what's missing for some people. Just some substance or something tangible. What do I actually get out of it if this or that happens? That's really, really important. We've kind of neglected that a bit in the past, but we want to remind you here and now of what's possible here in the short term, medium term, and also in the long run. It's always important for you, and I have to mention this right at the start, to make everyone understand that ToonPay is going to be a vehicle for you in the future. May or should, here I'll use the word should, if you want to remain solvent, if you want to be independent, if you want to travel, if you're in a new country, or you want to emigrate, etc., then with ToonPay, with your cryptocurrencies, you remain able to make payments. Yes, I am. Some of you might be tired of hearing it. It might be going in one ear and out the other for some, but I've been in this space for 11 years, and there are still people who don't know how to easily liquidate cryptocurrencies, how to buy themselves a coffee with it. And that's exactly where ToonPay is the key for each and every one of you. All right, so the topic is ToonPay. Let's start with ToonPay and the app. We also have a little something where we'll briefly touch on tech markets. We also have a little treat for you. Today, we're also going to talk about so definitely stay tuned until the end. And today, right here in this call, for everyone who hasn't installed the app yet, you have the chance to do it live with us. That means once you've installed the app, we'll even cover the activation fee for you. 3 times $12, so $12 each time. We'll activate everything for you. And you'll get the starter card right away, as long as you don't already have an activated card. Please get in touch with the person who invited you to this or who has already offered it to you in the past. If you don't have the app yet, download it and verify yourself. And we'll activate the card for you here in the call. I'm pretty sure that everyone who's here tonight already has the card. But now is the perfect opportunity to invite someone directly and say, hey, you get a card for free. So take this chance to invite someone right away and make sure to mention this sentence. Exactly. So today I told my wife, well, yes, I already had one before, but I set up another card here specifically for this call. So you can see how easy the whole thing is, how to do it, so that no one can say, hey, I don't know how it works. Yes, we'll also edit this call, cut out some sequences that we might even use for social media. Yes, everyone will then have the opportunity to get printed materials, prints, and support from us for social media as well. But we'll get to that a bit later in the presentation or in today's call, what you'll get from us and what we already have today. The image quality is a bit poor today. Okay, but do you see me poorly? Can you at least hear me well? Yes? Okay, good. Bernd is nodding. Wonderful. So today, or rather right now at this very moment, I'm sharing my wife's personal phone and giving you a little detailed insight into the amazing ToonPay application. So we really don't need that particular thing. All right, so that means I've already logged in here. I'll log out again. So I'll show you the entire process, how to verify yourself, how to deposit money, how to get a card, and how to activate your cashback. Super, super easy and fast. So I'll go ahead and do a new registration here. That means you will typically get the unique link from the person who invited you, or you can readily share your very own personal link. So just go ahead and sign up. I highly recommend you can conveniently use Google Mail or more specifically, gmail.com.
Careful, there's an X sneaking in at the beginning.
Okay, I didn't really notice that particular thing. Exactly, indeed, Carlos. And only you can speak. I just received a confirmation by email. Important. The confirmation comes by email if you register with your email. 50842. So you'll be redirected. Then you just enter any password here. 123456. 123456. So enable notifications. Notifications are useful because, for example, when you make a payment, you'll see that you get cashback, or if you register a partner or do something else, you'll always get information or offers, etc. It also makes sense if, for example, you want to get people excited about it later. Like when you're at the checkout soon and you can say, hey, I can pay here with crypto. Someone might say, yeah, sure, let's give it a try. Boom. Maybe someone standing next to you says, oh, how did you do that? The coolest part is I even got cashback, because you also see a notification saying, hey, you earned cashback. Do you want that too? Boom, now you're in a conversation. Yeah, just like that, okay? Now you've fully installed the app for yourself. So you downloaded it beforehand, obviously, and registered. You are registered. Up here, I recommend that everyone enter their nickname and phone number immediately after registering to be deposited. That definitely makes sense. You will then have access via your phone number and access via your unclear text, email address. This is really, really important here. If you have any support issues or other questions, we can work much, much faster if you let us know about a problem or anything else by clicking on referrals, copying your referral link. So copy it and always send us your case together with your referral link, because the referral link is also your ID key at the same time. So where it says user 35E, blah, 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 just a quick note on timing. That would always help us a lot. But we're also opening a problem issue board now in case you have problems. WhatsApp support, Telegram support. We're currently upgrading things in the background so you can get better support. So then start verification. Here, you just pick something. Financial manager, annual income, let's say 20,000 as an example. Payments, so for payments, and you spend 1,000 a month. This is just an example.
By the way, the data here is completely irrelevant. You can enter whatever you want here.
Exactly.
The more nonsensical, the better. Don't even worry about it.
But it's really important that it matches. For example, if you say 30,000 a year, don't then write that you want to spend 30,000 a month with the card. So do it like 30,000 a year and 500 a month or something like that. And then up here, you select the region where you live. So not in the USA. Then continue. Then you enter your full name, enter everything, blah, 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 blah. So I'm just doing this as a placeholder now. My wife is already verified. I'll go into her account in a moment as well. Okay, email. Let's just put AA right here now. This is just to show you. Country, so country. Important. You don't have to prove your address. Thumbs up just wants to see that the person and the address exist. Yes? The provider or the bank we're working with does not report. That doesn't mean they automatically submit reports, especially not to the authorities who want to see what's happening. That means if there isn't anything suspicious, there won't be any reports. It's necessary from the bank's side because we're operating with Hong Kong. So just enter anything you desire. It truly doesn't matter at all. Everything perfectly fits. It's just for you, let's say here, for example, city. It really doesn't matter at all, yeah.
Could you scroll up for a moment, Dima, before you continue?
Okay, yeah, that's really, yeah.
And actually, maybe unintentionally, but it's good for this example, you put a space and an S in the last name field. That is
basically it now. Good, very good. Yes.
The system is basically that now, a double surname. Yes, now. Right now, we're in the German language webinar. That's the case with most names. A double surname usually has a hyphen. Please don't enter that in the future, even if it's in your passport, because then you definitely won't get through. So the thing is that here, the UA, these umlauts are not accepted here. Please write them out instead. And for last names or first names with double surnames and a hyphen, just really leave out the hyphen. We'll set it up so that there's a small alert or warning sign underneath. Otherwise, you simply won't get through. And a lot of people just have no idea, like, hey, why didn't I get through? Everything was correct.
So we'll highlight this briefly in advance because that's what this is about. From thumbs up, if you look down here, powered by thumbs up, we can't program this in here because you're in the verification process, and that's handled by a third party. So thumbs up is verifying you. This is specifically integrated for that purpose, and that's why no dots, no umlauts, just always if you have A, then use A, E. For you, use U, E. You know the drill. I don't need to explain it to you. So then click on continue. So the data is forwarded, then you select your document. Driver's license is super easy. Just hold it up, take a photo. The document is readable. It won't work right now. I don't have a driver's license or anything else here at the moment. Then you'll be prompted to simply take a selfie. Just look into the camera, and then you complete your process. So the KYC process is finished. Then exactly what you see here will be displayed. So completed files, verification unavailable. That means a KYC process is currently in progress. You can then scroll down and update it by refreshing the whole thing. Or if nothing happens after 30 seconds to a minute, just close the app and reopen it. So now, of course, no one is getting through on my end because I didn't provide all the necessary information here. I'm going to log out now. So now I think I have a little problem. No, maybe not. Because I actually have my wife's phone. I think that's it. Let me just check real quick. Sorry about that. Just checking the emails quickly. iCloud. Aha, that was wrong. iCloud.com. All right, now I'm just going to log in quickly. Mail, okay. That's 602,294. Yes, 602,294. All right. Then I will share it again. Whenever you get logged out, you will be prompted again. Now, when you share, man, please continue. Yeah, so can you see my phone screen again? Christian, just nod once if you can see it. Yes, wonderful. Whenever you get logged out of the system, you will be reminded once again to activate a secure passcode. Yes, it's exactly like that. It's the very same thing all over again. When you're verified, it looks like this. Completely clean. No verification, little window. You can check it really quickly up here. Under referrals, you'll see the person you enrolled or the one above them. Just compare that for a moment. Referral, yeah, maybe you sent out the link, but the person didn't open the app through the link, or maybe they just downloaded the app directly from the Apple Store, or even before that. We can correct everything. Yes, we can set everything straight as it should be according to what's right, and that's exactly what we do. That means today I enrolled my wife, and for her, Dima Smiles is listed as the referral, yes. So now how do you activate a card? So the process is usually like this. As you saw, register, verify, it won't take any longer than what we just did, then top up. Now you load $12 onto the card here. That means here you can select the network: Solana, Ethereum, Arbitrum, AVAX, Matic. If you want to deposit with Tron, TRX, then down here you have USDT. And you can also select Tron here, TRX. So USDC, Solana, I'm going to use my balance now. I have here wallet. I'll quickly transfer from my account. $12 here real quick. Done. And it's so easy to onboard people. It's just something that comes out of everyday life. I was at the acupuncturist. I said, can I pay you in crypto? He was like, yeah, I do have some on an exchange, but how do you want to do that? I said, I have an app for that. I have an app. Come on, let me download it for you real quick. If it's a good friend or someone else, or especially a person you know has a network, then they'll do it. But the app, it gives them access to the crypto world, or rather it opens up access to the crypto world for them. That's exactly what I just did with my physiotherapist and acupuncturist. Now, every time I go there, I pay for my treatment with cryptocurrency. And he's super grateful that he now has a gateway to cash out his cryptocurrencies. So I paid an extra $12. For me, it's definitely a loss. This takes, bam, about a second or so. Oh, now she even already has a starter card. Okay, why did that just happen? Okay, that's the promotion right now. Normally, there would be an access card now. I didn't even want an access card yet. Normally, it would say access card here now. Maybe the developers have already programmed something in so that everyone who registers now gets a starter card. So theoretically, or normally, there shouldn't be a starter card here now, but an access card. I also wanted to go through the process with you of how you can get the new or the next higher one in the app. Then you can purchase the cashback plan, or you can show your downline, your future partners or customers how to activate the cashback plan in the app. That means there are several options. If you click on card details, you can select upgrade member plan. If you click on this little button down here, upgrade member plan, don't let these numbers here confuse you. Down here, these processing top up, so top up and things like that, this is now gone. We don't have any top up. Yes, then the person can simply, when they're in this section, choose which card to use here. Yes, which card they, as a person, want to select now. For example, the starter card is currently selected here. The next higher one would be the copper card. So here's the great thing, everyone. You all have the opportunity, if you have the starter card, now, during the sale at a discount, you can get a copper card for $100, with 50% of that going to the company, meaning as a token investor, there's no cheaper way to get a copper card than right now for each and every one of you. That means you only pay the difference between one card and the next higher one. And it's being implemented right now. Here it says referrals. Yes, so this is already being implemented. Your downline, your partners count towards the next higher card. This means that if you generate sales through your link and people get cards, you move up to the next higher card level. Also very, very cool. More benefits, more cashback, more of everything, more earning opportunities. You have the card. You say, I'd like to have that one. The Copa. Now that's a top up of 100 with the Copa plan. Okay, I have to top up balance, $100. So I'll just go ahead and do that. I'll show you that you can go from the starter to the next higher card. That works. I wanted to show you that anyway, how you do something like that. So same procedure again. Now I have USDT. Let's use USDT. Now I will stop for a moment. Now my beloved wife can finally spend a little bit of her own money too, you know, after all this time.
Exactly, anyway.
She gets a little pocket money. Once she has the card, then she can go out to eat again. She should just get started. You know, people say, look at what you've got, an own payment solution, and your wife knows so little about it. And that's just like, who was it again? The cobbler? The cobbler has the worst
Service, but you can have exactly just one single car and do it all yourself.
100%, 100%.
My wife says a second.
So, okay, that means we've topped up the money here. It's coming right up. There, bam, 150 bucks. All right, now I'm going to upgrade. So right here, please click on Copa, then continue, and then on Copa plan. Okay. Ah, did I do that wrong? Did I do that wrong? That should definitely work. I actually did this just recently. So if it doesn't, I'll try again. We're improving everything. If it's not working live right now, I'll forward it to the devs immediately. Then it'll be set up here right away. So I think I messed up the purchase process. But I definitely already bought a starter card once. But when I upgraded, top up. Okay, that's a mistake. All right, let's move on right away. So for you, if there's no card in there, what works, what I've already done myself. The card is exactly like that. There's one thing I want to share with you. Exactly. When you try things out, do them, carry them out. We also learn in the process and can optimize things on the fly. If errors haven't come up before because we don't have a case study, it's always easy to optimize something. That's why what Enzo also does, or as we said, when we say, please test, try things out, we don't mean it. in a bad way. When Carlos or I or any of us in the webinars always say, hey, please download this, give us feedback, it's always so that we can improve everything. Right now, we have a slight case study. We now have the first 1,700 partners who have downloaded the app, 500 active cards in comparison. So now we're looking at what we need to optimize so that out of 1,700, 1,300 actually get into the card. Verification issues, etc. We're optimizing on the go. That means the card is normally available for purchase. And cashback, I'll definitely mention that if you already have one, you can't upgrade. Okay, well, that's not a problem. So now you have the card. So what do you do next? Now, how do you, for example, connect it to wallet? Yeah, I'll just quickly walk you through that here. So now you go here and tap on plus.
In Dima, you're getting a few more tips from the community here. Just give it a try. Oh, right. Close the app once and then open it again. And you can also repeat the purchase process again. That
has to be done too. Good, good. I'll give it a try. But this needs to work better. You can see it. This really needs to work 100% better. Boom. It still wants a top up. It's not taking the 100.
Okay. Maybe it counted that as a top up for the card.
Wait a second. I think, did I
do it wrong before?
Yeah. I'll send money again now. Yeah, maybe that was my mistake. How much exactly do I need to send? It was 100, right? 100.
Exactly.
Maybe that was my mistake.
Some others have had that too.
Okay.
Because of the conversion in the app, since it wants crypto for the payment here, it converts it into US dollars. And then sometimes you can't tell, okay, is this for topping up the card or is it for the next card, for the next prepaid card?
Okay. So I'll explain another case to you in a moment. We also had this situation now, for example, if you loaded money onto it and you need to get it off there, that's very difficult for some people as well. We're going deep today. So everyone should understand the app. Everyone should understand the improvements that are still coming. This will be a detailed call. Please, if you have questions, all questions will be answered today. Yeah, so I sent USDT. Yeah, do I need to do anything now? No, actually, I can just leave, right? So yeah, it would be cool if it said here, for example, accepted or something like that, deposited, but it's just that 100 euros were added. Okay, I think upgrade is the function that's not included in Copacart, right? Okay, we need to improve that. That will be done right away. So that will be sorted out very quickly. It will be one of the next cases. That makes a lot of sense. It has to be done. So you have the app.
Just like you said, now this top up is coming in. Top up is
for the logic actually to load up the card, and upgrade, like you just said, would then be the differentiation if you want to have the next card so that you use the liquidity directly for what you previously decided on. Last time, no, he always wants to top up again. Okay. All right, let's move on. Okay, then like integrating the card with wallet or with Google integration. That means here you have your card number, or if you click on card details, if you press and hold, you have your card details, then you can see them. Then on Apple, I can only show it on Apple now. I have no idea about Google. Carlos would have to mention something if needed. Then here, go all the way down to debit and credit card. Add another card, continue. So when we also have the physical card, can you scan it then? And then here you can, blah, 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 do everything. Yes, card number. Then you will promptly receive an email as a clear confirmation of your action. I will now proceed to go back to the previous screen. So to reiterate, you will first get an email, then you must confirm the details within it, and subsequently the card will be securely saved for future use. Yes, then you can double click, but right now the card isn't saved, of course. And then you'll have a card here, blue, kind of bluish. We're waiting on the provider's side to get our logo soon as well. Our logo will be added there soon, ToonPay, so everything will be branded for you or for us. So cashback, how does that work? Next section. That means here, with every purchase you make, you earn points. Points are equivalent to dollars in tokens. So for each card, you have a maximum amount of cashback you can receive. The higher your membership plan, the higher your possible cashback. Cashbacks are recalculated every month. All of this will also be displayed visually in a better way soon. This means you'll be able to see month by month how much you've spent and how much cashback you've earned. So everything will be more transparent. We're bringing more transparency here. All right, now referrals. Here you can see your upline again, your referral link, which you can share. Here we will also provide each of you with some guidance. We'll give you a link that leads directly to your landing page with your referral link embedded. For example, in the future, you can simply put this as a QR code on your phone, like on the back. Just stick it on. People will then just need to scan the QR code and they'll be redirected to your landing page or to the ToonPay app. So it's just easily shared. They can then check out all the information. I'll also show the landing page in detail in a moment. Then down here, you can see your references. I'm going to switch to my phone now. That way you can see a bit more. Looks refer to the overall appearance, visual characteristics, and aesthetic qualities of something, encompassing its form, color, and general presentation. Already somewhat different indeed. That already looks quite different. You can see here what's striking for me are these deposits, these $3.58, $3.58. If I open this now here, $3.58, $2.98, $1.19, $2.98, $2.38. You see these little plus signs. That happens when this is what I wanted to show you, Liv, as well, that my wife just activated the card and received it immediately. The effect has faded a bit now because I wanted to show you that when she activates the card, oh wait, we did, never mind. I'm talking nonsense. We just did the activation right there. The activation, those $12 that we paid onto it were immediately credited to me as a commission in the app. The $3.60, I'll tell you more about that in a moment. So that means this income opportunity kicks in immediately as soon as you have someone and they just activate the card. In the future, we'll also provide you with some small tools. So you'll have the option to say, hey, look, I'll give you a 20% discount, just do it, and invite codes, etc. Yes, it's all coming, where you'll have the opportunity to invite people even more easily. So where people even have the option to simply book cashback membership plans just like that, special promotions like that. So cashback looks a bit different for me. Here you can see the points, which I also get back. Referral section, here you see your people. You can click on them. You can always click on your direct people. Let's see, where is it here? Where do we have it? I have so many. There, Malinowska at incloud.com. We activated that earlier. Noticeable is you see a green button in front of the one. That means this person has activated the card. So now you can click on it and you'll see the email, yes. And if they've entered their number, the mobile number as well, yes. And importantly, if anything comes up, you always have the option here as well, copying the user ID. The user ID is the key in the system if there are any questions, etc. With this number, you can always identify the user more easily and accurately. Not by the mic name, always by this user ID. Just like your referral link, the user ID is behind it. User 3132BF, that's my user ID, for example. Good. So under settings, I recommend after logging in, after registering, turn on biometric authentication. That way you don't have to enter the code over and over again. You can just hold your phone up to your face and access the ToonPay app without having to enter the code again. All in all, it's great, super simple. Yeah, you can reach support up here via Telegram. We're also adding WhatsApp support. So if you have any questions, that'll be available too. We're upgrading it now. And if you've submitted support requests in the past, they're not lost. We're working through all of them continuously, one by one. All right, then that's basically everything in the app. So it's important, even if the person had purchased the cashback plan. In that case, you would also receive the commission directly here. Cashback plan purchased directly in the app, cashback plan commission paid out right here. You can then use that money to spend. Guys, this has always been a dream of mine. 6 or 7 months ago. And today it's a reality. A lot of people don't even understand the process. When I just watch old videos from a year ago or from 9 months ago, where we were then and where we are today, there's a world of difference, guys. We have invested over $500,000 in value into this company now. And this company is already, if you look at it, worth over $3.5 million with the users and everything. And you are Yes, with the tokens, with everything, with more users and a higher company value, everything increases in value for you as well, because we give back up to 83% to you in the form of commissions and so on. Here, we've combined Web 2 and Web 3, and that brings us to the spending options. All right, I'm going to take a sip of water. I'm already very, very emotional.
It's getting heated. It's getting heated. Honestly, just between us, guys, who has found this process complicated so far? Who finds this onboarding process easy? Give me a 1 if you do. And if you find it complicated, give me a 2. Maybe just some feedback on how you find the handling so far. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It used to be a 2. That's true. Now it's really a 1. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's really already Champions League level. What's in there now?
Also important, everyone who was there from the beginning went through all the teething problems. Like mumps, measles, rubella, you name it. And now we're past the teething problems. We're heading to college. We're not there yet.
On the heater, we're in puberty. We still want to get to college. In puberty, where a girl can be in one mood today and a completely different one tomorrow. We're still raising her right now.
Exactly. Yes, so we in Proven, we're definitely on it, guys. And that's the most important thing. You just can't forget that. It's coming up, Thomas. Everything will be mentioned, TGE. If you still don't know that, Thomas, we've told you so many times when TGE is. We put it in the group, we post it. Very few people actually deal with it anymore. And that's okay, guys. You don't have to do anything. You can do anything. Yes, for many, it's an investment. For many, we have over 4,000 community members. Yes, we've done our work now too. We've had little contact with you in the past. Why? Because we just had to do the dirty work in the background, straighten everything out, fix everything. These are simply vehicles that have to mesh together until you get there. So it's not just like you say, yeah, now I have the idea, and it gets implemented tomorrow. That's why there are over 80, 90 applications out there, but not many well-known ones that have really made it. I don't know many. There's Crypto.com, Red.Pay, maybe Cast, but they're all Red.Pay 5 million. And then the exchanges have their own cards, which are used frequently, but none of them have these benefits. We didn't reinvent the wheel here. We just made the wheel a bit rounder so it runs faster on the road. Do you have to get a card? Yeah? What do you want then? I don't get it, Nigo. How do you have to get a card? So we offer you a payment solution. I think it's obvious that you have one then. Oh, of course. Just benefit from the coin. That's absolutely possible too. Sure, you don't need a card. Absolutely. You can also just invest in tokens. So I understood that correctly now. So onboarding process, verification, just a small request to each and every one of you. Reach out to your people. So we've got the app ready. You've seen it. It's simple. Yes, verification process. You're verified. You top up $12. And just like that, you're in. If I have a little tip, if verification problems ever come up because someone has umlauts, etc., we've had that happen quite a few times now. And if it really takes too long or something else comes up, register again with a new email, go through the verification process again, but use a different card or ID or something else, or really use a real existing address. Maybe you made a typo somewhere. That's what I personally notice again and again when I get on a call with others and they say, Dima, it's not working, the verification. It's always the same thing over and over. Same cases, same mistakes. What do? We then get on 3-way or 4-way calls and go through everything properly and correctly. And then everything works. And I honestly don't know exactly what the issue is. And where you can also help us is by making screen recordings. If there are problems, just do a quick screen recording. And with that screen recording, come to us with it. Then we can categorize things much, much faster and resolve them as well. With your link, with your rev link, underneath it, then it's always easier to assign things. So once again, please reach out to everyone you have. You have a foundation. I'll show you in a moment what you're actually sitting on. Capital, opportunities. So now on to optimization. What else is being added to the app now? What's being integrated? Yes, so that the product simply gains even more value, even more usefulness. And so that in the future, you can generate much more income and enjoy more benefits. So KYC onboarding, the KYC process, is going to be made even more streamlined, sharper, better, so that out of 10 people, 9 actually make it through. That's the goal. That's the goal. Currently, we're at about 30%. So a lot of people just don't bother and don't verify themselves at all. We're currently looking into that. Then Binance Smart Chain will be implemented for tech markets. And a very, very good example for us, so I'll briefly mention this for everyone, for example, who is into copy trading, is that the bridge will make it easier to withdraw your funds. You can do it now with Tron, with THC20, but it's a bit more expensive. Binance Smart Chain will be the key for you. You also have a base of people lying around there, and you simply bring those people into ToonPay. That was the original idea. But we'll get to that in a moment. Then MailChimp integration. This means enter your email, email marketing, welcome email, upsell function. In other words, much more information will be provided via email. Push notifications specifically for users mean that you'll see more displayed at the top. If someone doesn't have a cashback level, it will say, hey, cashback issue, cashback points will be shown, and cashback will be displayed better in that section. I already mentioned that earlier. For us, something like the admin panel, we'll be able to assign cards to you more effectively, so on our side, we can improve support a bit. Then comes the spend commission, a very, very important point. Spend commission means that if you build a base now and people spend money with it, you earn money from that, depending on which card you own. That means it goes up to 1%, and over the long term, this will secure your income in USDT. Yes, spend commission is now also coming up at this point. We need to have a certain number of active users, 2,500 users, so that we can roll this out completely. The whole thing is currently being programmed in the background. Yes, there will also be updates soon so that we can show this visually, because we don't settle this with you immediately. The activation of the card, the cashback that goes directly through us, so we can pay you the commission directly. This spend commission from the fees that goes through our provider. This is revenue through the provider, which we also only get settled on a monthly basis. That means you will also always receive this as a claim function. Once you reach a certain amount, you can then withdraw your earnings. Boom, straight into the app. We need about 2,500 users. Active users, we have 500. Guys, just so you know, our community alone at Tech Markets is 3,200 people. Where are we supposed to get that from? If everyone just does their part, all the people who have simply shown you ToonPay, who have introduced you to ToonPay, just remind them again, hey, it's launching. Just download the app. Get the returns from Tech Markets directly on the app. Don't be foolish. Don't be transparent. I'll get to that in a moment as well. There are some very, very interesting videos that you definitely should know about, showing how you should proceed here and now. Then yes, cashback is being optimized. Bank integration. Guys, a vehicle that if you genuinely want to travel or carefully plan to emigrate is extremely, exceptionally useful. And even if that's not your immediate plan, you can simply utilize it for various other purposes. Pay your bills with cryptocurrencies. That means use cryptos as a way to freedom. That's exactly what Carlos, what Enzo, what we did. Everyone who has been involved with cryptos for a while now has used cryptos as a way out, to get out of the system, out of this control, to use cryptocurrencies, and then use ToonPay as a vehicle to bring all of this into your life. That's the plan, nothing more. Get your money out of building materials, out of life insurance, from your accounts, bring it into the crypto space, into USDT, USDC. I'm not saying you should invest all of it in Toon. That's not at all what I'm trying to tell you. Secure your money. Go into gold. There will be a crash, people. I'm not telling you this for nothing. There will be a crash. All the people who are invested in fiat money will be the ones who get screwed. Sorry to put it that way. Put your money into gold. Put your money into crypto, into Bitcoin, into the big ones. Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum. Alternative, major coins, and meme coins, that's all bullshit. Those days are over. Yes, go into safe assets and use ToonPay as your vehicle. To act as your own bank, to be able to spend your money, and we won't restrict you. You can use your funds wherever you want. Yes, you have free access to your money. The goal is for you to become independent, to get out of the system. Yes, to be able to make payments no matter where you are. That's the goal, and you'll benefit from it. And if you show this to other people, you'll even get rewarded for it. So it's optional, not mandatory. Exactly. Now, regarding the roadmap as far as ToonPay is concerned, How do you like it so far? Is everything okay? Are you following along?
Yes, perfect, perfect. You already mentioned the landing page.
That's coming up in a moment. Everything's good. So ToonPay roadmap, folks. So ToonPay integration, there will be 12 different currencies. Actually, it will even be 13, as Swiss francs will also be added. Then B2B cashbacks are coming. We are onboarding companies that will have the opportunity to offer cashback for their business through communities in their own way. That means for us, revenue through the card. Revenue means company profits again. Company profits mean the value of your investments increases. Then ToonPay FI, we are integrating options to enable lending and borrowing through ToonPay. This means you can deposit cryptocurrencies. So the next milestone is also to be able to hold cryptocurrencies in the app like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, the major ones, and then be able to make payments with these cryptocurrencies. That means you hold your crypto, and when you want to pay for something, only then does the exchange happen. The exchange doesn't happen beforehand. Then lending means lending and borrowing. You can deposit crypto and get a loan at a certain percentage rate. You don't have to touch your Bitcoin, and you can simply pay back the money without having suffered any loss in value. That's very, very interesting to set up, and it definitely makes sense. Then, when we have staking functions for the major coins, that's ToolPay FI. Here, tokens remain staked, and you can earn. The goal, if we manage to do this, is also to give you, as liquidity providers, the opportunity to generate money in the app and make a living from the returns. That should ultimately be the goal. My goal, well, let's see, or actually it's not just a goal, it's on the roadmap, is that you'll even be able to simply connect your wallets to ToonPay in a decentralized way. And you process the payment through your decentralized wallet. That's already possible. Technically, we need to implement that in the future. These are all good ideas that are still coming in. But step by step, if we had 3 million or so right now, we would already have all of this. So then, Q3, burn to earn pools. There will be new pools coming. Oh, now it doesn't want to. Why? I want the mouse here. I don't want to move the mouse over. Man, what's going on? Oh, there now. My mouse ended up on my second screen. Merchant networks will be connected. That means we will provide opportunities for people to process payments with ToonPay, so via ToonPay payment, to process payments and create acceptance points, white label solutions, etc. And during that time, of course, onboard communities. We really have Spain. We have Africa at the government level. We're having talks with people in the ministry who want to integrate our solution across all of Africa and so on and so forth. The kind of calls we've had about this, it's really expanded our network of contacts. Yes, it's opened a lot of doors for us that we will still integrate here. Yes, we have Gordon Einstein on board. He's still here, and you'll see what he's going to do. Now with this activation, he said, come on, get your app in shape. And now we have. And now we're going to benefit enormously from his side as well. With connections, with everything. Yes, we have a stage in Dubai every Tuesday where we can promote ToonPay, where entrepreneurs, where the people are there specifically to make connections to help this company scale extremely quickly. Contacts are there. All right, then.
One more question regarding this, because we prefer to take questions later, but there is a question about without KYC. I'm not sure which point that's referring to, but maybe we can address this question in relation to the last piece of information. Exactly.
Without KYC, so to be able to use the card, soft KYC, no proof of address required. Future bank integration. So later on, to be able to pay SWIFT invoices, no further KYC will be necessary, just for your information. So everything is handled with a single KYC. That makes perfect sense. So then the landing page, I'll just drop it in here. I'll show you what we've already set up for you in the background and what we'll continue to expand. My goal is to make your life easier. How does that work? When things are simple. When things are simple and scalable, then things really take off. And I can imagine that a lot of people really don't want to, or don't dare to, or whatever the reason may be, for any number of random reasons, they don't want to present it. Each of you, that's what I mentioned earlier, will have this programmed as a button in the app to share. Then when you share, ToonPay Share, or the link here will be provided with your referral link. When you share it, people will land on this page. Here you'll find information about ToonPay, a short snappy video, yes, an explanation. Also,
You can have thousands of dollars in your wallet in crypto and not be able to.
yes, in different languages, English, German, Spanish. So now one person or another wants to have it in German. Here you go. In German, with German.
You can have thousands of dollars in crypto in your wallet and still not be able to buy something as simple as a cup of coffee. ToonPay completely changes that. Your cryptocurrency will instantly everywhere and at any time become real world. So
Let's keep going. All right, nice, clean, and it's going to be made even cooler visually. I've got Alex sitting here with me right now tirelessly. For the past 3 weeks, he's been at my place almost every night, and we've been working on this company. We've actually been doing this for several months now. Instructions below, foolproof. What I showed you earlier, again here visually.
tap on download app. Tap on download, confirm the purchase.
In various languages. If you want more languages, just let us know. You'll get them. No problem. We help everyone. Furthermore, you will also get access to the link. It should be this one here. Linktree, bam, one link where everyone can find everything. So the main page, how to join ToonPay, is the landing page, ToonPay Calculator. If you click on it, you'll have the opportunity to calculate various things in the ToonPay area in the space. So you can really see what happens. It's a numbers game, folks. Sales is a numbers game, nothing else. If you can keep certain statistics, success is measurable, folks. We leave nothing to chance here. And you have the opportunity to build your own business within the business here with ToonPay. We want to make it as easy as possible for you, using every possible means. We want to get to the point where you hardly have to do anything at all, and the site manages to sell on its own. All you have to do is give it that little personal touch and say, hey, spark some interest. Here you get all the info. Webinars are uploaded here, presentations are uploaded here, calculators, toolpad presentations, everything is available online, and all presentations are always current and up to date. In various languages such as German, English, Spanish, Russian, Hungarian. If you click on the presentation here, it is always instantly available with the latest data. You can simply forward it as a link. It will then open like this, and the person will have the presentation in their respective language. So no big fuss. Everything is visible, everything is fully accessible. We will also, and I know this can be overwhelming for many, there is a lot of information about the company. It's quite a lot to take in. I can absolutely imagine that. Sometimes I also have the habit of thinking that if I get it, it's just obvious for everyone else too. We need to simplify this. We'll get better and better at it over time. Fewer and fewer slides, that's the goal. But we've packed so much into it. It's always so difficult to present all that on so few slides. But you have a link where you can find everything. The channels, support, etc. Can also be shared here in the chat. Everything can be done here. Too many technical terms, Thomas. Okay, I'll try to use fewer technical terms. Yeah, that's exactly the point. Too many technical terms. It's just that in this field, new terms are the norm. That's how it is in the crypto space, in the crypto sector. There are just new terminologies. You just learn these things. You have to step out of your comfort zone. We have these things. And if you have questions, just ask us. A few years ago, we were also sitting there asking, what does decentralization mean? Where is the difference? Where is my security? What happens now? I recently had a conversation. I was in a taxi with a couple. He had crypto, and I asked, where do you keep it? Yeah, I'll show you. He goes onto an exchange, and I said, here on the exchange. I asked, oh, do you have a lot of money there? Yeah, it's okay. So I said, okay, exchange. He couldn't get into the exchange. He had problems with his funds. So yeah, how did that work again? I said, okay, you see, that's how it is for a lot of people. You have your money on an exchange, but it doesn't belong to you. It's just like with a bank. The money you have in the bank isn't really yours. You only have a claim to it. Your money in the form of crypto in a wallet is your money, not your keys, not your funds, people. Yes, that's a really, really important rule. If you invest in crypto, then for anything over 1,000 euros, take it all out. Put it safely into a wallet like Exodus, Phantom, or MetaMask. Those are wallet functions. Or if it's a larger amount for the long term, use Tangem Wallet. I could even do a webinar about that soon. In my opinion, Tangem Wallet is the best you can get on the market right now. Okay, show the landing page. Now, your next task, as assigned by my good buddy here, is that you'll be getting more social media materials, more print materials, more things that you can just post. I'm making reels. Christian is doing that really, really well as of today. Feel free to check out his profile too. He has a few things on there, and Christian can also share them if he wants for those who use Instagram. Just go ahead and share it. Just take a look at how he's set up his profile. I've talked to him a bit. I said, like, look, implement it like this and this and this. And he's seeing progress. He's getting more story views. Other people are checking him out. And that's a way you can immediately acquire people. Hey, I saw you're new to my channel. What inspires you? What brought you here? Just interact with people in a completely normal way. Start a conversation, get into a discussion. There are people everywhere whom you can excite for your business, for yourself. The thing is, and I know this for sure, 100%, most people simply don't talk about what they do. And that's the biggest reason why things ultimately don't work out. When I walk into a room, everyone knows what I do. And so on, just exchange ideas with each other, be genuinely interested in people. Make connections. Friends are just strangers you didn't know before. Or know now. So Instagram, check out how Christian does it, his stories. He uses captions. I've also recorded a complete webinar on this. I'm happy to share with you how, for example, to structure stories, how to finalize text with ChatGPT. You use a teleprompter and the text is displayed in front of you. You just read it off. You have a pre-written text. You don't need to memorize anything. Just add a bit of emphasis and you've got your storyline. Then add captions, animate it, and you're done. And that's it. It's not rocket science anymore in today's world. Let's keep going. So, very important, once again, another call to action here. I have a timeline here. Please use the app. Help us to keep improving everything. If there's anything, we're here. We want to move forward together. The more the app is used, the more data we get. We can analyze it, we can process it, and improve. So now comes one of my favorite parts, namely the earning potential. Because a lot of people ask, yeah, how much do I earn? Or they say, I've been involved for so long and I haven't earned anything yet. Now we have a finished company as it stands now where you can actually earn money. By the way, cashback membership plans can also be purchased in a decentralized way, meaning that even if you use the wallet, of course, we prioritize the app, but with Web3, it's also possible to buy cashback plans. So in the background via Web3, if you connect with the Phantom wallet. Yes, you also have access to Web3 via the Phantom wallet, the same access as in the app, and you can use it to purchase membership plans. So, calculation. I think I'll present this to you here on the screen. That makes more sense.
That reminds me, there's someone who really likes making Excel spreadsheets for this kind of thing. I think I'll ask him to make an Excel spreadsheet for it.
Yeah. Makes sense. So now we're going to go through several cases. And very important, a lot of people say, I can't earn anything here. And now I just want to show you, plain and simple, in black and white, what's possible here, what actually works now. So ToonPay earning opportunities. So example calculation. Earnings. ToonPay gives you the opportunity to earn money in the short, medium, and long term through 8 different income opportunities. Let's go through a case here now. Now, we have 2 options for each of you. First, we'll go through the token sale, and that's what we should focus on right now. Now the company is here. Now we're moving on to Toon Cash. Toon brings you cash. We're focusing on Toon Cash, folks. That's what will catapult you when we launch the token. With the income and supported by the product, the price of Toon Cash is backed by the staking contract. So in this space, in the crypto space, 95% of the companies out there, we have an advantage. We have a product, a Web2 product that provides you with income in the Web3 sector. That's why not a single product out there fits. We're building you a safe haven here, where you'll still be earning money in 10 years, where you don't have to worry that I'm building something for myself here. And in a year, it's just junk again. That's exactly why we're building something like this. I've been doing this stuff for 11 years. Sorry for the language, but it's just a fact. I've definitely gone through 30 companies. I've lost more money in this field, made more bad investments than any one of you. And that, I'll sign that here in blood. And Carlos can confirm that. He'll even put his own blood stamp on it because he was there for all the crap. We were simply fed up. We said that based on this intention, we would build something that would be sustainable for you and for us in the long term. Good. Token sale. You can grow $10,000 worth of crops directly. About one person, about 10 people. Yes, let's assume it's now 10 times winning 1,000. 10 people who invest $1,000 in the project. This is accessible to everyone, possible for anyone, in my opinion. It's a joke. For many, that's just a phone call. If you say it's hard, then you're limiting yourself. It's always just a matter of how you approach things. If you say it's hard, then it will be hard. If you say it's easy, I'll just approach a few people, then it is easy. Also, the environment you surround yourself with, a very, very important point. 5 people. This is such an important point. Show me your 5 best friends and I'll show you who you are. That's your average. You are always the average of your 5 buddies. That's a really, really, truly important point that you should reflect on and consider in your own daily life. All right, 10 times 1,000 is 10,000. You get this here as a one-time thing, I'll put them on. I hate that. What's going on here again? It just doesn't want to go over here. Why? Why won't my mouse go into the picture here? That's annoying. Shit. Let's do it this way. There we go. It's annoying, but that's just how it is. Okay, that's fine. I'll do it like this. You see? All right, that works too. That's awesome. All right, copy. So 1,000 as a one-time payment, 10-level plan, we pay out 31%. Now let's just say you have this goal and now you have someone on your team, in your line, your direct, who also sets themselves a goal, tells them, hey, how much do you want to earn per month? In addition, he says 1,000, okay, simple story, just bring in 10 people. Who invest in the token? Did you earn 1,000? You earn 600 passively. That wasn't even active anymore. It can be active if you talk to the person in 3-way calls. We even help you with that. We join you on the calls, 3-way, 4-way, 5-way calls. No problem. We help you push your business forward. 1,000 right away. Now what else happens? Now you get from staking the customer now here as well. Mention the advantage if someone does this. Calculate for them what the person gets. Yes, calculate it for them. If you invest 1,000, you get $4.40 a day. If the token only does a 5x, and I do not want to exaggerate, just a 5x, you will make $22 a day. How does that sound to you? That's tangible. $22. Don't calculate that per day. Calculate it per month for them. That means if it does a 5x, you will have 600, almost 600 a month. Yes, with a 1,000 investment, after 1 month, 600 monthly. What do you get out of it? You have, if the 10 people already, I can't believe it. Why is the screen here? Okay, all right. If you have 10 people in staking, that means if they purchase such a plan, you automatically have 10 people staking under you. That means you receive $4.40 per person, $44 total with 10 people, commission 5%, that's $2.20 for you per day. You've talked to 10 people, you get $2.20 a day. So directly $1,002.20 a day. Times 30 days, that's 66 per month. And that's what we're aiming to achieve again in the first weeks, 5 times. That's our goal in the first 2 weeks of the token. 5 times means for you an additional $330 per month, passively 330. You've talked to 10 people. You have 330 passive per month. This is the income opportunity you now have to push the token forward to help the company grow. What emerges from this? Memberships emerge from this. That means people want the card. Let's move on. Now with memberships, example number 2, variant 2. This is variant 1. Are you following? In the end, no one can tell me, yeah, I don't know how to make money here or how much money I can earn. It's all right here in black and white, and all the numbers are coming. 20 people, each with a 500 copper card. Goal. That should be a goal. Monthly, that's a monthly goal. That's not a total goal, maybe even weekly for some people. It's possible. You set your own limits in your mind. If you make 10,000 in sales, what do you get? The same as above, you earn 10%. You get 1,000 directly, so 20 times $50 if it happens directly. A direct 10% for a membership. Immediately payable in USDT directly. Now let's assume they get a cashback membership plan. Oops, went a bit too far. If they get a cashback member plan, then card activations are also carried out. That means I assume that if they get a member plan, then all 20 are also activated. There's no other way. This means you get, as I showed you earlier, direct commission, $2.40 for the first 30. From $30 to $160, that's a $3 commission. And a $3.60 commission from 100 people onwards. That means with these 20 people, you earn 48 directly right away. If you have more users, you'd earn 60, and even more from 100 onwards, you'd earn 72 for the same performance. The goal, of course, should be to use your landing page. Social media can be flooded with it. TikTok, you'll get tools from us that we can use to run ads. Everyone sees your landing page and registers. I wish each of you, with our strategies, 1,000 direct people. Then you'll be earning here. Yeah, it's crazy. Next, people will spend their commission. Individuals typically spend their hard-earned money with this particular card. Right now, our current average expenditure is $500. $500, about $523, I checked. That's our average monthly spend per user. Spend commission, $500 each. If those 20 people spend $500, that's $10,000. You own, this is important. If you have a Copa card, that's $20 passive income per month, just because 20 people are spending money. How many people, this is really important, and these are also leaders, already have a structure at tech markets? Maybe out of 100, out of 50 people, some are already generating 300, 500, or even 1,000 per month in value creation. That's the goal, to show them opportunities where they can grow their money and go out with ToonPay. Go through your people again. That brings you real money, both active and passive. This means 20 per month here if you have a copper card. If you have a bronze card, that would mean 40 per month. For your direct people, this is very, very important. You always get the full percentage of your card memberships. If you now have people under you who move up, or if you are on the same level, you no longer receive any percentages. But for your direct recruits, your first line, the ones you personally enrolled, you always get the full amount of commissions. That's very important. That's why I recommend everyone to enroll as many direct recruits as possible. The important thing is that quite a few have just left. Or, well, what does many mean? I think 11 people have left us. That's okay too. The most important ones are here. That's what I wanted to say. That's the most important thing. Physical cards, now comes the next income opportunity. Physical cards. Of the 20 people you enrolled here, let's assume that only 10 get a physical card. Depending on the level they're at, the cards are either more expensive or more affordable. 5 people get a plastic card, $80. 5 people get a metal card. The requirement, they're in copper, for example. That's what I used as the basis for my calculation. That's a turnover of $1,000. And I know so many of you want to get a physical card. Me too. It just makes it even cooler, honestly. You've got an awesome card. You whip it out when you pay. Bam, pay, bing. You get a notification on your phone. Cashback received. Come on, guys. We've applied for it on our end. Everything's ready. We're just waiting for approval from our payment provider. They've also sent us a message about it. From mid-December, it'll be transferred at the beginning of February. We have no control over that. If we want things, it would be best to integrate them now. But we have other parameters that agree to it. We'll share that message with you as well. Maybe Enzo even has it, then you can send it to us or send it to me if you're listening. Or Carlos in the group. Maybe we have it, just take a quick look and let me know. So what I actually wanted to say, physically, directly $100. And now staking is coming on top of that. On top of that, guys, from the 20 people to whom you offered a card for 500, a copper card, you also earn again. A staking bonus, because 20 times 250 goes into staking if they get such a membership plan. Out of $5,000, 44, so 0.44%, that's $22, go to the staking rewards. And you get 5% for that because you also earn income in tokens on your first line. We had, guys, everyone who was there at the beginning with Thun. We only had this, only this, only this as income. And now, like Hickle, you get money from all sorts of different sources. Actively, directly, in various currencies, long-term, passively, actively earning money. It's unbelievable. So let me add this up for you right here. Look. That means 1,000 directly, 24 directly, 20. Passive monthly income from the spend commissions, or 40 monthly depending on the card level. For example, if you're even at the gold level, that's $80 with 20 people who just use the card for their regular spending. $100 directly for the physical card order plus $33 passive because you earn $1 a day in tokens. That's $33 a month. I prefer to calculate on a monthly basis. If the token increases fivefold, and that's our goal, in the first few weeks, you'll have $165 monthly passive income. You'd have to break your arm for that. Guys, a grandma would have to knit for a very long time to earn that kind of money. And here you have the opportunity with 20 active users. Let's say they don't spend any money with the card, then this part might not apply. You can't always factor in everything. I've done it as accurately as possible. It's just a calculation example. For some people, it will be more. For others, it will be less. But I want to tell you, these are numbers, same results. 20, guys, that will be your average earnings. That's your income. And I think with a reasonable product, a sustainable product, that's a fascinating income. And it builds up gradually. And that was only calculated at the first level. And some of you are leaders and already have teams with 100 people. 1,000 I have, Mehdi 1,000 people, Matze 40, 50 people, Christian 10, 20 people. So this really works. I just want to impress upon you how much you can actually earn. Tell me what you think about it. I'd really like to get some feedback on this. This is achievable right now. Yes, so that's a really nice bonus. You also get a bonus on top of that. Bonuses are profit sharing if you own tokens yourself. Yes, staking tokens yourself, company profit sharing, weekly leaderboard, incentives, prizes. Yes, all of that is added on top. We're also thinking about organizing a small prize event. We've now planned an incentive. It will be presented in a moment, Whirlpool. If you show a bit of ambition, build up a community for yourself in the long run, maybe bring in the right strategic partner with just one conversation. Sometimes it doesn't even take that much action. Maybe you know the right person, someone who owns an exchange, who has a trading community. You say, hey, just use the solution. We can mirror the structure. Suddenly you have 1,000 people in your downline. Anything is possible. Everything you want, you can properly attract into your life right here. So that means no matter what, you know the deal. Just by showing 10 or 20 people how you can be financially active in the world, you earn that. Who among you wants that? That's a question for you. Who feels up to it? Who among you thinks you can do it? Bringing in 20 people or 10 people at 1,000 each. Bringing them into the system, into the token. 10 people at 1,000 each. Or let's do it better, 20 times at 1,000 each. 20 times at 1,000, or 2 times at 10,000, 4 times at 5,000. 20,000 in direct sales, because something is coming up next. And then you'll actually get something from the incentive here. So 20 times. I want to deliberately keep the calculation small. This is achievable for everyone, doable for everyone. If you tell yourself, hey, I can't do that, guys, you're limiting yourselves. Really, really important, you're limiting yourselves. If you say, I can't do it, then why should you be able to do it at all? If you say it to yourself, set goals for yourselves. It's within reach. And always remember my motto, if someone else can do it, then I can do it too. Always approach things with that mindset. If they can do it, then I can do it too. It's not magic, it's not rocket science. With this approach, I'm about to show you 2 short videos, 2 problems. And then you pitch crypto, and with crypto, that's what I guide from the start, you bring people from uncertainty into security. Bring them into the world of crypto and then get them into action. You don't have to force them into action. Do you have crypto? Are you already into crypto? Have you secured your money? Do you still have money in the bank? Just sitting there? Are you out of your mind? Don't you know that if the government now takes this or that measure, and you are liable with your own capital? They're financing wars here, etc. If the government becomes insolvent as a creditor, you are liable with your assets. You signed that when you opened your account. It's written in the law. That's how it's anchored in the law, folks. It's the law. Nobody understands that crap. No one reads through it, let alone understands it. No one understands it, period. It's done that way on purpose. Okay, so we're here to help you with everything we've got. All right, now let's get to the little video. I'm really looking forward to it. I just want to see your reactions too. I'm sure it'll spark some discussion. Here, take a look at this. Guys, wake up. It's not, oops, is that the wrong one? There, that needs to go. There. Do you see that?
It's been sheared green, but it's still black.
Sheared but black. Do you clearly and distinctly see that particular thing right there in front of your very eyes?
Hey, do you clearly see that right now? I mean, really see it?
No, unfortunately not.
Then let's do it this way. There are 2 topics that maybe are not directly or immediately related to ToonPay, but are indirectly but significantly connected in some way. We believe
We are here today in the update call and being updated. Since
that time, keep yourselves informed about things like this.
ultimately it's a business where you really always need to be up to date, and that definitely belongs there.
This is essential knowledge that will which truly moves you forward and effectively gets you out of the system.
Friedrich Merz, look,
Do you? Do you see that?
currently one of the biggest financial disasters in all of German history. While our country is economically crashing completely, while companies are shutting down one after another, laying off employees, all sorts of things, while people have to count every euro twice, our government is apparently agreeing to a deal that could cost us up to 140 billion euros. And on top of that, another massive lawsuit. But Carol, what is this actually about? The EU is still debating whether to use the frozen Russian assets to continue funding Ukraine. But as I already mentioned in my video a few days ago, the European Central Bank has now officially warned that such a move is legally illegal and in the worst case could destabilize the entire financial system. And that's why virtually all EU countries said, we'll stay out of it, we won't risk it. Everyone except Germany, it is said,
Friedrich Mütter, that was one of the things, but it's a small detail, a little piece of information to make you wake up that the financial system could simply collapse as a result. The next message, and this is what I can only shake my head at, is this here. Can you see the screen? Please listen carefully.
so if Germany really goes ahead and makes this one stupid move, then the country is truly completely lost. They're actually debating right now about abolishing the 1-year holding period for Bitcoin. But the country will then experience a downfall it can't even imagine yet. Because at the moment, Germany actually has a tiny little advantage for once. If you hold Bitcoin for more than a year, your profits are tax-free. And that's one of the last reasons, the very last reasons. Why these muesli eaters who haven't emigrated and left yet, why any future in capital even remain in Germany at all. And now the politicians want to destroy even this one good thing. Especially from the SPD, these brilliant proposals keep coming up. Extend the holding period, or even better, abolish it completely and tax every single Satoshi as capital gains. So the message from up top is crystal clear. Wealth in Germany is supposed to stay poor. And now it's about to get really crazy. Because starting in 2027, the so-called DAC8 is coming. This means that all European brokers and exchanges will have to automatically report your entire crypto transactions to the Federal Central Tax Office. Retroactively, without even asking you. The state will then know exactly what you bought on these exchanges, when you bought it, how much, and when you sold it. But of course, this total transparency only applies to you, bro. Not for those who are currently giving away our tax money in the billions abroad. We see it everywhere. In Germany, people work, try to save, to invest, and so on. But in the end, it's the war, the lobbyist, or the bureaucrat who gets paid. And now Europe is debating digital control, while the US, for example, is making its deals in the background and securing the best raw materials and industries for themselves. And now even Bitcoiners here are supposed to be made to pay up. So real economic tactical moves going on here. The only ones who actually keep wealth in the country instead of blowing their money on consumption right away. And if this holding period is abolished, believe me, then capital, innovation, and the future will go where property is, for heaven's sake, actually respected. Like, for example, in neighboring Switzerland, or to Dubai, or in Portugal, Singapore. There are plenty of options. But Bitcoin can't be banned, can't be frozen, and certainly can't just be taxed away. The state. It can take a lot from you, but not your own wallet. So remember one thing, Bitcoin is not just some passing trend. Bitcoin is the escape route from this political arbitrariness. And that's exactly why it's being fought against. Of course, they can freeze accounts, they can change laws, they can monitor us. But there's one thing they can't do, put us back in chains. And that's exactly why we are the generation that will no longer allow ourselves to be expropriated.
That hits deep, but that's exactly what it's for, to wake you up. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's just, I don't say it for nothing all the time, even on the calls, guys. Today as well, as you can tell from the update call, it's not just about ToonPay, but I also want to bring certain things to your attention. Engage with this subject matter, protect your money, and show others how they can do the same as you. Yes, they will do that worldwide, or at least try to. All right, let's move on here. Note. Let's continue. And why, if I may inquire, are you currently positioned in this particular manner or engaged in this specific activity at this precise moment in time, considering all the circumstances that have led us to this juncture? Here. Okay, about NEO. So that's what needs to be done. Yes, for the most part. Almost another incentive to do for NEO for tech markets. So tech markets has now done that. Within the company, we have other companies that are given the opportunity to present themselves. You can now find that with NeoFX, which is now called FX Fusion, and whatever the others. So they've now founded companies within the company. We've been restructured. The results are going quite well. Yes, we are. Our focus simply isn't on that anymore. On the one hand, we're now in a position to really push our project forward. Back when we used tech markets as a temporary solution, it was because our community said we want to make money. Now, we finally created an opportunity where passive income can simply be generated. They've also overcome a lot of hurdles. And now it's somewhat, well, it's working. Now it's running. I have nothing to complain about. Passive income is coming in. Everyone who was in their strategies has been transferred to NeoFX. I say it's trading. Diversify your money, go into Sonic, go. And if you want to continue growing your money there, pay attention. Return on investment is always very, very important. Make sure that when you invest in trading, you also get money back as a return. And diversify. That's our philosophy. I've always told you that from the beginning. That's what we've done as founders with our own capital as well. We're diversified across several strategies, Sonic and Neo. And right now, we're simply taking out our profits. And that should also be the idea. The idea behind it was to generate a source of income with tech markets and pay out the profits with ToolPay. That was the idea. That's our interest. That's why we're here as well. We've become a bit more transparent, but things have gone a little downhill. When we didn't enter into the cooperation for them to help distribute our card. In the beginning, it was like, but they have their own card because they also took a bit longer. They had already planned one themselves. So that's why we couldn't come to an agreement anymore. And that's why we're focusing on ourselves now, focusing on other cooperation partners. That will also come in the future, that we will enter into partnerships where, as a ToonPay card member, you will have advantages in certain situations and opportunities. The idea is the Toon Club. That's not forgotten either, where you'll have even more benefits in the future. So, thank you for your understanding on that as well. We've already received words of thanks from you for that too. Great. That it finally worked out also with the trading. Important once again, I want to bring this to your mind or remind you, or as a tip, you already have a community at Tech Markets. Just approach them, bring them over to Toon. Independence is the goal, folks, independence. So now I'll get to the incentive. Incentive is the next big point. Dramatic drum roll, anticipatory drum roll, and now the starting signal is about to begin. The starting signal is now. Starting signal. Hold on a second. Yes, it's now 19, up to 24. Do we want to go to Dubai? And what do we need to do for that? Either, that's why I used the example earlier, 20 times 1,000, that's 20,000 in sales. Or you have a client, 20,000 in direct sales gets you straight to Dubai. Flight, hotel, we sit together, talk, improve, work. It's not going to be a 3-week trip, but rather something constructive. You'll come home with more sales, and that should be the goal. We'll have fun, we'll all get to know each other in person, and in my opinion, it's achievable for everyone to generate 20,000 in direct sales themselves. Or for those who already have teams, 30,000 across 3 lines. So a total of 10,000 dirhams per line will be carefully counted in order to fully qualify for the prestigious opportunity in Dubai. Otherwise, everyone would just build under each other again. That means from 2 additional lines, there must be 20,000 in sales. It has to add up mathematically, and it definitely works out well. And it's all realistic and achievable, in my opinion. If there are too few of us now, it could be, I think that before the token, after the token, wait a minute. So we'll let you know about this again. So that's the current exciting situation, folks. You wanted a significant incentive. Here is an incentive that can be achieved very, very quickly. Even more motivation for the income opportunities available to you. And now another reason to take a short, refreshing vacation with us for 4 days and to go home with some improvement and personal growth as well. Who likes that? From now on, it starts counting. Yes, very good, Peter. So then, okay.
All right, perfect.
Then
That's it for now, Dima. I would suggest, first of all, thank you so much. It's always so human. So awesome that everyone really understands it.
was
It's also a long
roll.
when you've been around for a long time, of course, certain technical terms come up that might be normal for us, but for people who have only been here a few weeks, they're new. But we're not recording this for nothing, so you can watch it again at your leisure. You can translate any terms with AI or look them up on Google in the old-fashioned way. But still, a lot of points were conveyed really well, which are truly helpful, even for newcomers. I would suggest I go through the questions once. I answered some of them in between. I'll read through the questions once, which should certainly be interesting for the rest of those present here. And then we'll go through them a bit faster, so maybe we can keep it under 2 hours. And everyone can still have a nice evening afterwards. Is that okay?
So where exactly was the very first crucial question that still remained unresolved in this context here? Those have been answered. So far, no one has answered your question yet. I can't confirm it for you either. You're asking another question. Is it true about MetaMask and Trust Wallet Phantom? And so on. From January 1st, 2026, KYC will be introduced because of this DAC 8. So what Maria Uratuja just talked about earlier. Does anyone know about that? So if anyone knows, please feel absolutely free to write it right here in the comments section below, but honestly, I truly don't know, and I simply cannot confirm it at this moment. You can also just ask the AI, maybe JGPT knows. But it would really be very interesting. I don't think so. I don't think that would be feasible that quickly. So with the physical card, of course, you can withdraw money. Once you have it in your hand, you can use it at any ATM. Okay, that's answered as well. Wonderful. The SEX listing is also clear. Of course, we will also list the token on centralized exchanges. Okay, here's a question, for example, that we've already answered several times, but happy to do it again. Why don't you convert the Toons into ToonCash? Why is it taking so long? Okay, well, this is actually quite simple. The ToonCash that you now see in your wallet is there for you as a visualization for the time being. But as long as the TGE, that is the token generation event, is not clearly defined in terms of numbers, since deposits are still coming in, the company's valuation is increasing, so the value is rising, and a finalized tokenization plan usually comes shortly before the launch, and we are still a few weeks away from the launch. That means, as soon as that's completed, as soon as the tokenization is finished, we move on to the next step and say, all token holders from the first launch will then know the exact conversion factor for the new tokens. And then they will be credited with these new tokens. That will be the simplest way.
That will also be migrated in January. So in January, we'll have the developers work on it so that you can see it as well. I think I have
The wrong number.
Ah, right. The next question is, would you like to take over the card in case you were about to answer that?
I think by such and such date is the qualification. We're flying. I think I have entered incorrect data into the incentive. We'll let you know again in a moment because it's 3 weeks. I think we'll qualify by the 10th. February, that's what we discussed. But here, my AI thing, I didn't really pay much attention to it. So we'll have a bit more leeway to achieve that. I'll share the data again in a moment with the new printouts. I just received that as a message. Thanks, Peter, for letting me know. So we'll get more time. That makes it easier for everyone to manage. Or, I mean, in terms of time.
Wise.
Yes, that's the point. That's the point. So we want every single one of you to be there. There's no point if only 3 of us are sitting there. That's not the goal. Instead, it's really planned so that everyone can manage it. Really, it's not rocket science. You could even do it with just one person. For some people, that's doable. I know that. Yes.
Peter wrote that he'll be in Dubai anyway. A different Peter. We'll definitely have 1 or 2 occasions for a 2-pack dinner. We'll organize that, and of course, anyone who happens to be in Dubai at that time is more than welcome to join.
Now, let's take a moment to consider this particular aspect.
Always. We talked about this today, so you can go ahead and answer that.
If someone has the exact same status in the spend commission, the same rank.
Yeah, how is the commission paid out then?
Yes, on the direct level, you simply get your transaction commission as usual, just like always.
You need to answer that as if someone is hearing it for the first time right now. A lot of people still haven't understood that.
Okay, let me draw it out for you.
This is just a very quick, small drawing session. So you can explain this in 2 or 3 quick sketch lines. So then spend and commission A. Just imagine for a moment that you are bronze, a formidable and powerful entity. You get 0.4% on all your direct partners. That's you. On all your direct ones, 1, 2, doesn't matter. Let's say you have 100 people here. It doesn't matter. Totally irrelevant, could be from 1 to 100. Whether they spend 5,000 with the card or 50 or 100, it doesn't matter at all. Then you get this every time, 0.4 times 0.4 times 0.4. This is also shown to you visually. Our goal in ToonPay, in the app, in the referral segment, is that you can click on each individual person and see which card is very active, how much they are spending. That's our standard. When you click on it, you can see what they're spending. But of course, there are also people who want cashback memberships, etc. And they get started. Now you have 0.4%. Now you've enrolled someone who just has a starter card. They have 0.1. And now let's say he has 4 people who each have an access card. Doesn't matter at all. They each have an access card and each one simply spends 500 with the card. That's easy to do. 500, 500. Then he subsequently earns a commission on the total sales. Specifically, 0.1% of the $500 in sales amounts to 50 cents. This 50 cents is then multiplied by 4, resulting in the starter ultimately earning a total of $2. You, as the primary participant, effectively earn the significant difference, which amounts to precisely 0.3, directly on his specific line, primarily because he, the other party involved, only manages to earn up to a maximum of 0.1. 0.3 is the difference because you are at 0.4. You earn $6 on the spending that happens under your direct partner. For your direct partners, you will always continue to get the 0.4. Even if you are on precisely the same level, that's you. Now your very first line, now if you, Copa, 0.4, he is also at exactly 0.4, you will always earn this specific amount on your direct partners, the full 0.4. Except if he now has his own people, his own structure, then he gets the 0.4 and you can no longer receive it. So it's sustainable. After all, the money has to come from somewhere. We don't pay out more than what comes in. That's very, very important. It's a business. That's why you should always build up a lot of direct partners. A lot of them, yes. And for many people, it's considerably more straightforward and manageable if you get some valuable guidance and assistance from us at any stage of your journey or when you encounter challenges. You post a short reel on TikTok, on Instagram, that goes viral. It can go viral. You just have to do something every day, consistently. Do something for it. Nothing in life is handed to you for free. That's a fact. You do the things that we simply pass on to you. Christian is on a good path. Mats is on a good path. Maddie is really on the right track. So many of you are already doing this every day, and as a result, you're seeing results. They post regularly, etc. You will continue to receive materials from us. A reel goes online. With one reel, you can activate 100 people. For example, because it gets viewed 20,000 times, anything can happen. You get from us tools that allow you to broadcast an ad on TikTok 10,000 or 1,000 times to 10,000 or 1,000 channels.
Okay, perfect.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay, let's continue.
We have 10. Maybe we can finish in a few minutes. Then we'll open up the mics again. There are probably still a few questions.
I'll keep reading and then we're done.
Christian, give me a quick thumbs up if you mean the landing page when you say link tree.
Okay, landing page.
Landing page works, it works.
You do it, it doesn't work.
Wait, turn on the sound. So
Christianity, a true believer.
Actually, for me, I already rebuilt the landing page, so that's working. What I was really wondering about was when exactly the link tree comes into play and whether we should do it ourselves now or how
it works best. Do it yourself. I've now personalized Linktree for myself. Linktree. I've got my dev guy here. He did it for me. I'll ask how he did it, then I'll share it with you.
Yeah?
Yeah, Linktree is cool. That's true.
It's a bit easier. You don't have to put a ton of links on it.
True. It is pretty cool.
That was always my thought anyway. To suggest something like making a package so you have everything in one place.
That's what we want for each and every one of you, so to speak. The landing page is supposed to represent or offer that. Yeah, all the information should be there with a tab bar arranged so people can click on it. Benefits, boom, boom, boom. So it'll work out. We'll take care of it for you. We'll put something decent together.
Exactly. So if you carefully look at the entire landing page and thoroughly check out the domain structure, observing precisely how it's meticulously structured, you will very easily and clearly see, hey, I just absolutely need to completely remove everything that appears after the prominent equal sign. For my referral link, I take the numbers from the recommendation link that represent my identification for my referral link, put them after the equal sign, and then I have my own landing page. Okay? Landing page together with your own referral link. Just take out the identification number, and after the equal sign, that's your own landing page.
Here, right after the equal sign, you will find your numbers, your unique key, your specific ID, so to speak. It's the very same ID, and I truly believe I can even accomplish that on my personal PC. ToonPay on PC, even the old version, awesome. So when you go to referrals, take your link, and it says user. When you copy the link, it says user. Wait, I'll show you this directly here. The referrals here. I'll share it here now afterwards. This is the link up here, the one I'm highlighting now. This is the link I just copied from my app. You simply go after this user. Bam. Where the 3 starts, you put that here after the equal sign. So you just swapped out the link. Now that's possible for you. That means bam, you just click on it. Is that your personalized landing page? It's assigned to you. That means in all languages. When someone signs up, they're immediately linked to you. Now you can use it. I'll put it in the chat again here. If you don't have it yet, feel free to use it. And soon this will be included in the app as a feature, so you won't have to do the work yourself anymore. Good. Wonderful.
With that, we've directly answered Thesis' question.
Tis, I hope now. Perfect. I see the thumbs up.
He's satisfied.
Exactly.
Is the founder raffle for $300 shares still happening?
Absolutely great question. Definitely keep that in mind.
100%.
Exactly.
You can also check that in the back office.
You can look up everything.
If it hasn't been turned off, it's there and it will stay there.
Every $300 token purchase is also a ticket for our legacy pool.
Legacy pool means lifetime profit sharing in the company.
Okay, that's really quite a nice retirement plan we're raffling off here.
From launch up to launch,
So it goes until launch, and after that, it will be raffled off.
open and live here with you so that everyone who wins can celebrate it with us directly.
Good. Spend commission for indirect partners with the same card. Shouldn't it be split 50-50?
Okay, we've answered that as well, Manny. If it wasn't fully answered, feel free to.
Let us know again. With the same card, not splitting 50-50.
That's not even mathematically possible.
So the plan is set.
That's why we created the pools. If you really have equality in the pools, with your direct partners, you always get the commissions. That's how it already works everywhere at Without Pay. You get up to 1%, and we also give you the opportunity to earn across 10 levels. And no one else out there offers that. No one else has that either. It's quite complex, too.
It always has to be calculated fairly, who is still eligible to earn underneath. I mean, you'd obviously be happy if 4 or 5 levels below you, people you don't even know, because the concept is set up that way, you still get 3, 2, or even 1% from 4 or 5 levels down, and suddenly you're earning passive income.
Earn. And in the same way, the person 3 or 4 levels below is also happy when further down something happens and develops 3 or 4 levels beneath them as well. And that's why we've structured this calculation in the fairest way possible.
If you pay attention, we've even increased the last level simply for the reason that
The deeper the tree goes, the more people gather there.
And of course, we paid attention to that, so that you also receive a special bonus and earn more commissions.
It will be fun later on, once the whole thing is put into practice.
Everyone will be happy to finally understand and experience truly passive income. No problem, Manny, no problem.
Exactly perfect. I would then suggest let's quickly open up the mics in case there are people who want to speak instead of shout.
And then we're basically done. And use this link. Do not share the link here.
He has his landing page here. That's the point here. It's positive that something has been understood, but we are a closed community here that wants to grow outward. We don't want to poach each other's people, so send the link everywhere. Where there aren't any tuners yet, I don't know
How they truly, really, actually are in their true form.
with them so perfectly. Are the mics on? Can
You speak? Yes, yes. You have to raise your hand. Then I'll take you one by one.
I've raised my hand. So I deliberately chose jokes now so that things don't get mixed up between the two Peters. So you can hear me, right? Yes, yes. All right, now I can get started. I haven't been here long yet. I mentioned that somewhere recently. I'm still in the learning phase. Okay. A question. So the first one. On my card, when I have it on my phone, it says Visa. But when I pull up this card in Google Pay, it says Mastercard. Can you explain the difference to me? Explain. Manifestation. So is it Visa or Mastercard? It's Mastercard. But back then we started with Visa and just said, hey, we're going to work with Visa anyway. I recently had a rather interesting conversation, something like, hey, why doesn't my card actually work at that particular restaurant or at the dance venue? And even we have now truly learned that the specific payment provider that the restaurant works with might just not fully support your card at this precise moment in time. Yeah, but that doesn't make the card any worse. So now is when it comes to introducing cards, we really use cash. It's still the ultimate freedom today, unfortunately. I'm asking because with other payment service providers, Visa has issues with Apple. So it's definitely Mastercard here, or, well, if someone has both. That is what I was getting at. Specifically, we will have both of these excellent options and this particular card. Okay, however, at this moment, if I offer someone the Apple service, does that truly work out for them?
Yes?
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Thank you. At the moment, I can't access the web from my regular app via Phantom anymore. But I think my upline needs to learn that again, right? Yes, exactly.
So Phantom has the browser function on the phone and it uses the same domain.
Okay, good. How large is the supply of these tokens of ToonPay? How many will there be in total?
The number is for now
160
billion. Initially, at the very beginning of this significant undertaking, the project commenced with a clear vision and ambitious goals.
initially, so
160
billion. 160 billion.
that's not a small amount.
But honestly, that's not really important at first because a lot of it will be burned right away.
You have to imagine with every card order, some gets burned. A lot of people also ask, what will the price be? What will it be like?
For me, what's important is how will the price perform?
In the first years? Because the price, whether it's 1 million, 100,000, 1 or 1 cent, the performance of the price is what matters, not the price itself. The price will be the same for everyone.
Okay, all right. May I make one last comment? Regarding that particular young woman who spoke so exceptionally well, she may indeed be a remarkably appealing and engaging type of individual for many young people, but to a more mature and experienced audience, she unfortunately comes across as significantly less credible and trustworthy. Let's put it that way. Okay? It was the facts she presented. That was correct. But there's no way she could already know that. I'm sorry. Then she read it off.
Yes, she's an influencer.
Yeah, okay.
Mother, air traveler, influencer.
All right.
In this case, about this topic, because it really triggers everyone. She doesn't even live in Germany yet, but she's passing on this message to Germans. But as I said,
Old dogs like me, this kind of thing makes our hair stand on end.
it's about the information that's being conveyed.
Okay.
Not how you conveyed it or by whom. It was important that you...
Understood. Okay, thank you. I have the information. Thanks. Yes.
She's definitely awake. She is an alert woman. I also really enjoy listening to them sometimes.
Okay, so first up, we have Christina, and then following her, we'll be hearing from Christian. After that, without any further delay, I'm going straight to the sharks. Yes, that's right, directly to the sharks. So to reiterate, Christina will be presenting first.
Can you at least hear me? I don't have a video right now because I just had a nosebleed and I might not be very appealing, okay?
We hear you.
But yes, I also share some of the opinion, especially regarding what he said. Well, there might be other people who don't give up.
Let's not focus on this video. Fuck it. I don't want any comments or discussion about this video right now.
To start here, but it's still important because we want to onboard people. And most of the time, it's the older people who have the money, not the young ones who don't even, well, you know what I mean? I think that's important for the company. Still, it would be better if Carlos reported on things like this, but not something like that. But I just wanted to throw that out there.
Okay, that we'll manage to get that across.
But actually, I want to go all the way back to the beginning because this onboarding is really important. I've written down two things about these double names, which are actually quite common. I didn't notice a hyphen, but also no space. It was all together. That's important. Or is it allowed to have a space?
Yes, two names can be there. That's fine. Just no hyphen.
Okay, that's good. Then I understood that we can write anything we want for income in our profession. That's not necessarily crucial. But do I have this right now? We can also just write anything for the address.
No problem at all, because the address is irrelevant for verification. It just has to.
But it has to exist.
It has to exist, exactly. You can't just write nonsense now, like 1, 2, 3. It has to exist.
But with that, so if I just keep going now, I just put in some address of my minister or someone I know in Germany. But still, I guess you probably can't just do that either. If at some point, as you said, they actually check and everything gets, verified, or as you also mentioned, if they ever say you have to provide proof of address by law, then I'd be in big trouble if I put down someone else's address. I don't think that's okay either, is it?
No, that's clear.
Of course, that will have to be submitted later or provided afterwards.
From your side. But we're talking about years here, during which we can work so cleanly now. But
so that there's no general uncertainty, if this is now the headquarters, then you wouldn't have a problem if you just enter your own address, right? Or am I seeing this wrong?
Absolutely right. So that's not a problem at all, using your own address.
The nice thing is, it also works if you've added a different address.
Because it's low KYC.
Low KYC just means documentation of yourself as a person, you as a face, as a real person. And that's it.
The address is really irrelevant, and that's the nice thing.
I mean, I thought it was...
I'm an influencer.
Well, what does influencer mean?
I'm a digital nomad. I don't have a permanent residential address.
I'm basically a permanent traveler.
But now I've already been for 3 years.
But before that, I was a permanent traveler. I am a digital nomad. I don't have a fixed address.
That doesn't matter. I'm on the move. You don't need to provide any proof of address. The bank doesn't need that.
But one is still retrieved by thumbs up.
So the bank is the one that accepts the customer, even without an address.
But thumbs up is one step before that.
They ask for your address. However, the financial institution doesn't necessarily need that certain information to provide you with this specific service. So, for example, in my case, because I travel a lot, you can use an old address. At least that's how it was for me, but it has to actually exist.
May I just quickly ask, how do you spell that? I'd like to have read that myself. SumSub?
SumSub. SUMSUB.
Okay. Thank you.
Great. Christian, you had another question, right?
So about materials for advertising, when would that happen in the middle? Because I wanted to ramp things up a bit more on YouTube again.
Cool, awesome. So everything you need in the Green Renome, we now have our AI agent, which has just built this mega landing page.
And we're currently working on a bunch of other things as well.
If you have any requests, just reach out to us and we can really build it specifically for you.
So that's really not a problem at all.
There are actually quite a few things being added now. YouTube channel is being added. It's now prepared.
There are people coming in who will specifically support us on social media. And yes, Nima, you might even have 1 or 2 more pieces of information about that.
Yes, we've brought Checky on board, who will be handling a lot for us on social media channels with a content plan. We can also provide you with content plans to take with you. So we'll work those out with Alex content plans, and then you can just read off stories every day. And just like you're already doing, just keep it going.
Yesterday, I created a prompt for myself, the prompt I sent you yesterday, and that's what came out of it.
Yeah, I can really see that. All right. Good. Okay, I'm stopping the recording.